Why is it that there are so many single women desiring marriage, but not as many men?
As a beautiful woman, you are automatically judged by men. Think that you're promiscuous.
118 million single adults, and 52% are women.
Still single. What are you gonna do about it? Hit me up today.
Ladies.
If I were a man, I'd actually be alarmed at the fact that women are choosing to be single mothers. That says a lot about men.
What?
And it's not have no value. They're not offering anything to women to the point where we're actually, willing to have kids by ourselves because it's easier.
I think that's a big, that is a big, I guess, challenge that a lot of successful women deal with because they are high achieving, they're high earning, they've accomplished a lot of the things on their list, but then they look up and they're lonely.
Yes.
They don't have that other side. And I believe a part of it is because we were raised to believe, we have to work really hard, at least Black women. In the Black community, we were raised to believe you have to work really hard, be independent, never be in a position for somebody to have to, take care of you, go to school, do the things.
Yes, be independent.
And
because
be
you don't
independent.
know, right.
And when we, grow up and mature, we realize it's truly interdependence that we should have been taught to aspire to be, because we get to the point where we're so independent that now it becomes hard to become a partner. And so I think that just making it a priority, the same way you make your professional life, your career a priority, your personal life has to be a priority too.
That's an issue because today's ladies are so affected. It's like there was feminism, but it's gotten stronger. And men see it. All men understand why. Men have been knew this. It's sad that by the time the ladies are past the wall, that's when they realize, like, you didn't have a hint. I'll say this. Back in the day, because my mom grew up and your mother probably grew up working, and maybe she had him, maybe she didn't. I don't know. But they knew they had to do both. And they weren't, yes, they were somewhat masculine because everybody has to work, but they weren't hard. They still did the wifely duties without complaints. What's happening now?
So I've seen some videos recently about Ebony K. Williams. She's this beautiful, successful, multimillionaire, amazing Black woman who decided to have a baby on her own at age 40 through IVF. Notably, one particular man who said that she was selfish because she's having a child on her own and creating a single-parent family on her own. The truth is that a lot of women, especially Black women, are single mothers on their own anyway. Even women who are married and have a husband, they may as well be single mothers because they're doing the majority of the child rearing, they're doing majority of the household tasks, they're doing basically everything by themselves, and the man is honestly just adding to the work that they have to do. Some women actually want to be mothers, they want to experience pregnancy and childbirth and raising a child, and they want that regardless of their relationship status. And I think that's perfectly fine. Why should somebody not be able to be a parent just because they weren't able to find the right person to have the child with? It's actually easier for a lot of women to have a child and raise the child on their own than it is to deal with a man that isn't pulling his weight in the relationship, and a lot of times can even just be toxic. And most people want their kids to have both parents involved, but sometimes one of those parents actually isn't a good influence, and it actually may even traumatize the child to have that person involved in their life. And that's why I think divorce is actually a good thing, because sometimes two people just shouldn't be with each other. And sometimes it's the adult thing to do, it's the responsible thing to do, to just end the relationship. What's the point of being in a relationship that's not a healthy one? Honestly, it doesn't matter what you do if you're a woman, people are going to judge you. If you have a man, they're going to judge you. If you don't have a man, they're going to judge you. If you have children, they're going to judge you. If you don't have children, they're going to judge you. It's basically like any choice that you make, it's wrong. I'm just so sick of these annoying red pill men who always have something to say about women's choices and women's bodies and women just living their lives. I think they're also scared because women are able to do all of this on their own. So women can get good jobs, they can make good money, they can even have children without having a man in their lives. And men's role is not as important as it used to be. Like, women can do all these things without having a man. So they feel like they have no value. They're not offering anything to women, to the point where we're actually, willing to have kids by ourselves because it's easier. If I were a man, I'd actually be alarmed at the fact that women are choosing to be single mothers. That says a lot about men.
What?
And it's not saying anything good about men, so that should scare you.
That sounds like a you problem.
Anyway, I just wish people would leave women alone, stop trying to interfere with women's lives and women's choices, let women decide how they want to live their lives, whether or not they want to be mothers. Just leave women alone and worry about your own self.
The confusion. She's confused, and a lot of them are. Look, we're not trying to worry about your lives. Men are leaving all the time. You see video after video. Where are the good men? Where are the good men? Listen, men understand why these things are happening. You see the way you're talking? The delusion is on another level. Those numbers are going to keep growing. Like, guys, when you see certain statistics that say, what, 45% by 2030, I think it's going to be higher. I'm single because I want to be. Most of them say that. Most ladies choose to be single. It's like you're saying most ladies choose to be lonely. I guess they do.
Why is it that there's so many single women desiring marriage? And I'm speaking about in a Christian environment. In a Christian environment where there's men and women God-fearing, how is it that there's so many women desiring marriage but not as many men?
Living life in peace, you.
Now, I know women are not the ones that propose to themselves, so the blame is not on women. I just genuinely want to know, what is the issue that as a woman desiring marriage in a Christian environment, what is the issue that you're facing? Because I'm seeing so many high achieving women, and I'm looking around like, how are you desiring marriage when there should be a litter of men lining up at your door? And now I want to know, is it that the men that are in the churches are not doing it for the women, or is it that the men are not interested and they would rather bring a woman from outside the church inside the church? Or is it that the men are not interested? What is the issue? I want to know, what is the issue that you seem to be facing? Because I'm it's just always confusing to me, because I'm like, there's 90 single men in this church. How are you telling me that not a single one tickles your fancy? Or are you telling me not a single one is interested in you? Like, I want to know genuinely, because I want to know, what is the issue that you face? What is the issue that you personally think is what's hindering women from getting married?
I'll tell you. And this is deep. Why? It's because this is the main reason I left. I saw these things and I said it before in videos. You guys saw it. I said all of the ladies wanted a televangelist preacher. All the ladies wanted that Christian doctor. They want the pie in the sky. So, you know what happened? Write down her comments. They're telling the truth. This is what she said. Because the rich men in the churches are few. Because the rich men in the churches are few. Because the rich men in the churches are few. I feel like Dr. Umar, you know Dr. Umar, when he said it 3 times.
That need to be said again and again with fierce conviction.
It's a problem. That's why there's no hope. The women don't need just any kind of man. They need who can take care of them financially. So you consider financially vacations, many different things, which is very expensive, by the way. I'm going to Vietnam, and for overall going to Vietnam and Thailand, it's not cheap. A guy can't afford to just take you from vacation to vacation to vacation if he's not seeing a benefit from the vacation. Like me, I'm going on vacation, but I'm going to get paid. Well, potentially get paid, but still, you ladies want that dream, and you're making dating a nightmare. That's what's happening. So many modern women want the dream and making dating a nightmare. So that's why men are done. all men understand why. We know what's going on.
Obviously, I want to be with a man who's more successful than me, right? And so what I realize is I'm like, damn, these men who are super successful, they have unlimited options. Whereas me as a successful woman, my dating pool is like tiny. Do you feel that as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the more successful you get as a woman, the less options you have.
Right. Whereas for them, it's vice versa. Yeah.
For them, it's more options.
I know.
Guys don't feel the need to be taken care of. They like to take care of you, so then they can literally take care of anyone. The more successful they get, they don't care if you're a waiter, or like they don't care if you like teacher what you are. They just are like, okay, well, if you're the right one. Like, it kind of is a little up. Men have so much more options than women.
It's not. It's not. You ladies don't understand. That's what feminism brought in. It pushed down men, brought you up. You made the money. But now you're stuck alone forever. If you could go back to the way things used to be, it will be good for you. No, the patriarchy. That's God's natural order.
Past 30 years, there's been an increase in single women, and I actually think this is a positive trend. The US Census estimates that there's 118 million single adults, and 52% are women, which means that over 60 million women are single. And for context, in the 1990s, 43% of women were single. So according to the math, the trend line is rising. And there are basically 4 reasons why this is happening. The first is education. Women are graduating college at a higher rate than men. In fact, more women graduated with a higher education degree than men since 2015, and that trend is growing. By being more educated, we have a lot more women in the workplace, and they have the financial freedom to make decisions about who they want to be with. And in some cases, they may have less financial pressure to get married. Reason number 2 why more women are choosing to stay single is they are able to delay marriage and also motherhood.
This is why we struggle with accountability.
In the past, it was common for women in their 20s to get married and give birth. But nowadays, I have friends who have literally given birth to their first child in their 40s. My mom had me when she was in her mid to late 30s. And the reason why my mom delayed having me was because she was getting an education and she has a master's degree. So she was putting her career and her education first. Reason number 3 why there are more single women is because of divorce, which you might think is a bad thing, but it's not. People get divorced for so many reasons. It could be internal conflict related to money. It could be for physical safety, emotional well-being. And nowadays, it's just easier to get a divorce when couples have the financial means to do so. Reason number 4 why we see so many more single women is because social attitudes have changed. In the past, there was societal pressure for women to have children at a young age. But nowadays in Western culture, being single is actually more accepted. I mean, remember the song Single Ladies? It was a celebration of womanhood and empowerment. So if you are single, no matter what your age, I hope you don't feel pressure to find somebody and feel like you're competing in the dating pool, because you are living your life at your own pace. And that's pretty great.
Yeah, this lady works for the CIA. I'm telling you. She does. She has to. The feminist propaganda is at hand. She looks like a feminist too, right? With those glasses. Like, yeah, I'm the feminist. I'm top feminist OG. Destroying ladies. It's not for us. Men can easily. That's what's happening. The more and more men see this, you know what they're saying more? This is the way.
Oh, absolutely.
For real. So many men are saying that now. This is the way. You see planes flying everywhere. This is the way. Planes flying east. This is the way. Planes flying west. This is the way. Guys are leaving. That's why so many. And you're making more videos like this? They'd have no idea. Now watch this next one. Watch this.
45 to 60.
And she's old too.
Keep in mind, from age 45 to 60, single women outnumber single men 25 to 1. The pickings are plentiful for men. I'm just going to go ahead and speak on behalf of all the women who have done the work, the therapy, have learned to love themselves and value themselves.
Men don't want the pickings.
We don't give a flying.
Oh, they don't see what's happening.
We would rather be alone in our peace with our girlfriends.
I'm a lesbian.
Living our best life.
They don't see what's
Then
happening.
lower our standards to have a man in our life.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you we don't care.
Who is an abusive asshole.
Wow. Sad.
So I'm out here getting my little 5-mile walk in, and I'm thinking about things because, you know, I'm not listening to any music, and I just had a thought that kind of pissed me off. So I am a single black female. I'm 30 years old, and I live in Atlanta, right? So when men approach me and they find out that I'm single, all the time they're like, why are you single? You're so beautiful. Who wouldn't wish to have you? Like, you know, stupid shit. Now, that's really annoying to me because I feel like as a beautiful woman, you are automatically judged by men based on what you look like. They will think they'll think that you're promiscuous or, you know, talking to a lot of people just because you're beautiful and you would have a lot of options. The idea that beautiful women have a lot of options is a farce, because out of the people who are approaching beautiful women, what percentage of those men are actually serious? What percentage of those men actually want relationships and longevity and marriage and children, like in the family dynamic, not a baby mom? And not only what percentage of men want those things and really desire those things, but what percentage of the men who are approaching beautiful women are actually ready to commit, are ready to do the work to have a dynamic where there's longevity and you can have family and marriage and all of those things. So in dating, it's a ratio probability thing, right? Because I don't believe that not everyone is serious and doesn't want marriage and kids and things like that, but it's going to be more men who just want a bone, frankly. So because most of the men who approach women just want to engage in intercourse and waste your time and want proximity to you without true commitment, want access to your body without true commitment or any investments into you and your life and your well-being in a relationship dynamic with you. Just because a woman is beautiful doesn't mean that the men who are approaching her are presenting her with opportunities for relationships that are going to bear fruit. Long story short, stop asking women why they aren't married and why they don't have a man when most of the men who are approaching us, you don't want anything.
Men have said this for the longest time. We already know most men don't want anything. Also, you're in one of those states. It's kind of like DC. In Atlanta, woo! So many ladies, so many men that are not interested. Plus, they have the pick of the litter. What does that mean? You have no choice. You have no choice but to take what the city is giving you or go somewhere else. But look what this man said, because he's right with what he said. He said, you ladies should sponsor a bill to repeal your current marriage laws, because that will make it better. If you ladies repealed the marriage law, woo! All the men will come out the works that like you, I'm sure. No, why? But not in Atlanta, though. That's not happening in Atlanta. Sorry. No assets robbery. Else, this situation is going to be critical. It's going to stay that way. Why? Because all men understand there's no hope. Seriously, there isn't.
Why men look at you crazy when they think that you're single. And they're like, why are you single? What you mean you're single? Why you ain't got no man? Why you can't keep no man? They have that ideology because to them, we are objects. We're toys. They trade us like cars. Oh, you got a decent looking car. You got a Maserati. You got a Bentley. They look at us as symbols, things to attain, to show off to the next person. So not having anything, in their opinion, is bad. Whereas women, we realize we're dating our apex predator. We realize dating the wrong man can literally end our life. We understand that dating the wrong man can derail our path, can make things harder for us. We don't look at men the way that they look at us. So when we say we're single, it's actually a flex. Because baby, I could get a man right now. I could walk outside of my car right now and have a man. It's not hard to get a man. It's harder to find a man of substance, of quality, to find a man of character, to find a man who has integrity, to find a man who's honest, who's true, who is consistent, who is caring, who is kind, who is considerate. Now that's not easy, all right? So when a woman says she's single, she's saying, I'm protecting my peace. She's saying, I'm protecting my future lineage because I'm not reproducing with a bum. She's saying, I would rather be solo dolo, relaxing, taking care of myself, investing in myself, learning myself, loving myself, versus being surrounded by a man who doesn't see who I truly am. Because a lot of times when a woman is in a relationship, she's not in the right relationship. She just doesn't want to be alone. Whereas when a lot of times when a man is in a relationship, either he's madly in love or he too just wants to have somebody to make his life easier. Someone to cook, someone to clean, someone to when he wants to. So I hope this brings a little clarity to the men out here who keep asking, why are you single? You have all this going on. To women out here, baby, when a woman is single, she understands her worth.
Men understand. Men already know why. Because you're delusional. You are delusional. She was the same girl on The Godfather. Her man left her because he watched The Godfather. Lady, you're pulling for strings. You're on your last strings. She thinks this is going to last forever. You're getting older by the day. And I don't know why you ladies are still fighting with guys. It's different for us. If I was single, I'm getting older. That's better. Right? Because I'm getting older and I'm staying fit. So that's way better. Right? Especially when my grades start coming in more. I'm 44 and I still barely have grades. But when they start coming in more, people are going to think I'm maybe 38 or 40. And I'm like 60. It's not going to be the same for you. It may be somewhat because I know you work out, but it's still a night and day. What men can do and what you ladies can do, it truly is night and day. That's why men are growing across different shores and finding ladies. I would love to see you come to the Philippines and find a man, or go to Thailand or anywhere else I've been and find a man. You won't be able to. Why? Because you want everything. Like you said, I'm not going to have my kid with some bum. Everything is that. Everything is money. No hope for you ladies. Look at what's happening in these economies. A recession is about to take place. And all you ladies can think about is surplus. More. While men are thinking, I want no parts. I don't want to get with a lady that's wasteful. Why? Why would I get with a lady that's burning money? That's what you all are doing. Just burning money. Like you got money in the middle of the house and you like burn the money there. I don't think the house is going to burn down. But the fire is this hot. You're burning money in the middle of the house to stay warm, hoping you don't burn the house down. But it's freezing cold. It's like 20, 30 below. That's the kind of temperatures the Iceman brings. 20, 30 below zero. You cutting off your hair, she cutting off that fro. There I can stay warm. Put the fro in my thing here. Let me put some of my bra. She been putting her fro in her bra. I'm gonna stay warm. The Iceman is here. Yes, that's what happened. It's that time, ladies. Your time has come. And then they start doing this. They hope this continues to happen.
Be trying to call me a cougar. A cougar. See, from what I understand, a cougar is an old bitch that like the young guys. I'm an old young guys like. It's a difference.
Hey, this Auntie May, and I'm still single. Y'all hit me up. I'm sitting here at work. I just got finished with my client's lunch, and I was just thinking, Auntie May, you are still single.
剩女, which means leftover women.
What are you gonna do about it, you guys? Hit me up
You
today.
ladies.
I will not look for you. I will not pursue you.
All right, bye.
And can we talk about the reason why it's so many single black mothers? It's because most black women do not believe in abortions. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why. The statistic that came out, it said more than 42% of YT girls have had a abortion before the age of 18. Yeah. Because they mama will have them up there at that center before it opens and before the people come out there with them signs to go in there and get that taken care of. But guess what? When a black woman gets married, when she gets pregnant, whether she's married or single, she's taught by her elders, that's your baby. And so there is a
struggle,
generational curse and a generational what do you call it, an excuse for the black male. And that percentage used to be 54, and then it was 57. So I had to look it up. It's 42 now. Yeah. And that thing, y'all, that is this removal of responsibility. Okay? And it's thrown on the black women even at a young age. That's your baby. You take care of your baby. Your baby, so you don't need to worry about that, and you take care of your baby and you handle your baby. Why are you starting them off with failure? It's to say, don't look at this person for responsibility. Yeah, you lay down with that person. Yes, this person helped you make this child, but now it's all your responsibility. So that generationally is taught to us. Okay, and also, like, no, you don't have no abortion. You lay down and make the baby, so you keep the baby. And it's like, okay, but you're not the only responsible party. Now, the more your moral compass and your religious background and your spiritual compass also may say, no, abortions is not right, which that could be your standpoint. But in the same sense, there needs to be responsibility. That's and what you need to do, that needs to be held to you, your accountability to these men. So I say that to say that there is a lot of people that's in the black community that be like, oh, this happened and these people did this and that. And yes, those things are true. But think about how y'all are tearing the black woman down from inside the community, and how you are not holding black men accountable inside the community. So yes, they're lazy. Yes, they feel like they don't need to be held responsible for the decisions that they made. Yes, they're not going to provide. Yes, they're not, because you're teaching that girl or that woman that you have to be, and that you need to be the responsible party, no matter what decision that you make with anybody else. So yes, you are a part of the problem. Y'all, the community, our generations back on however far, you are a responsible party and what has happened to our community and our black men. Okay? Hold people responsible and accountable for their decisions. For every action, there's the opposite and equal reaction. Okay? With every action, there's consequences. There are repercussions. We know this.
And then you find these same people who the only time that they take responsibility or they will take responsibility, they'll raise a dog. They will breed and raise dogs better than they will their own children. I'm telling y'all, this is an issue. This is a real problem. And we need to speak about it.
I forgot what it feels like to hold someone's hand. Can you remind me?
Man, this is the case for so many. It's getting worse. It's getting out of hand. And in this video, I gotta let you guys hear it. You guys gotta hear this.
I've been alone so long that I forgot what it feels like to hold someone's hand. Can you remind me? I've been alone so long that I forgot what it feels like to hold someone's hand. Can you remind me?
And I looked in the comments, and this all there was in the comments. Hi, dear. 1973. I'm 52 years, single, never been married, and life is still good. This was really. I cry myself to sleep at night. I'm 52 and single. Boobies is popping. Young guys still want to bang me. I don't want to sleep with young guys. They want to sleep with me. Stop it.
Get some help.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.